Work Mania is brought to you by Rallycos. IMS Group is a conglomerate with over 20 companies under IMS Group banner. The company is taking the leadership of several industries and business, upstanding such as smartphones, automobile, fintech, e-commerce, baby care, agro, hydro and many more. So today's guest is the head of marketing for all the companies under IMS Group for over 6 years, and his presence of marketing skills have changed the product into valuable aspects. So ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Ayush Shrestha.
Hello everyone, I'm your host Itchya Karki and you're watching Work Mania only on Yoho TV HD. Agi bakre hamro montage shots Parajuli heri saknu bhaeko. We have the marketing head of IMS Group, Mr. Ayush Shrestha. Welcome on the show.
Thank you so much for inviting me to your show.
Thank you so much for giving me your valuable time. So first and foremost, let's get right to the point. Today we're here to talk about Smart Doco. A lot of people know what is Smart Doco. What is Smart Doco. So can you tell us what is Smart Doco?
Okay, so Smart Doco is an e-commerce platform that allows customers to shop genuine products from over 18 to 20 different categories, such as baby care, mobile and tablets, women's fashion wear, men's fashion wear, and many more. And recently, we've also added COVID essentials to address the current pandemic requirements. And when I say genuine products, I'm referring to products from authorized distributors or vendors that provide legit VAT bills. And we have over 10,000 products to choose from.
Wow.
And you can use Smart Doco from your desktop, from your Android devices, and from your iOS devices.
That is absolutely wonderful. So basically, it's a one-stop solution for all your e-commerce needs.
Yes, in fact, that's our tagline, one-click solution.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yes.
Nice.
That's our tagline.
That's amazing. So talking about IMS Group, there are so many companies under IMS Group. A list it's going to take, I think, the whole interview time to listen. So why did IMS Group decide to take over or obtain Smart Doco?
Okay, so let me break down this question into two parts.
How do?
So one, as to why we entered into e-commerce industry, and then why Smart Doco. We've always been looking to explore several business opportunities. That's why our presence, spreads across several industries and business verticals, such as smartphones, automobile, fintech, hydro, agro, and many more. And we felt that this is the right time to enter into e-commerce industry because, see, the smartphone and internet penetration has crossed over 70% across Nepal. So almost everyone is carrying a smartphone these days, and they have access to fast internet. Previously, one major issue with online shopping would be that, while making online payments, the only options that were available then was cash or card on delivery. And I believe Smart Doco was amongst the first companies to introduce card on delivery. But, people, they did not have option to make online transactions.
Yes.
But lately, I'm sure you're aware that there are several payment gateways like CellPay, where you can make safe and secured online payments. So now both shopping and payment is just a click away. And another reason I would like to add is, even the vendors or the merchants, they've realized the importance of partnering with e-commerce companies, because they know that if they do so, they can multiply their customer base, So the whole ecosystem, has made this e-commerce industry very lucrative in Nepal, And in addition, because of the recent pandemic, and the recent lockdown, the government had requested all of us to stay home, maintain social distancing, and not go to department stores or or retail stores. But the government allowed e-commerce companies to deliver groceries and essentials during the lockdown. And so we could see a major shift in consumer behavior, where people were actually making purchases of groceries and basic items online, and this trend will eventually get more and more, So that's why we felt that this is the right time to invest or enter into e-commerce. Now moving on to your next part, why Smart Doco?
Yeah, why Smart Doco?
So yes, we could have started an entirely new company from scratch, but that would take time. That would take time. So, and which we cannot afford to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So we thought of Smart Doco because it is one of the oldest e-commerce companies in Nepal. I think it's been operating for over 4 years now, and the company was already differentiating itself from its competition with several USPs, such as prompt and free delivery. For example, with Smart Doco, if you place orders by 1 p.m., you'd get the delivery on the same day.
Oh, nice.
So that's one,
Awesome.
and free delivery. So if your delivery locations are inside the ring road, there's no any delivery charges, So those are like two major USPs. And besides that, they already had this reward point system. So with any purchases, you can you earn reward points. So the points that you earn, you can redeem it with discounts or in your future transactions, or you could buy a new product from your reward points. So there were already several USPs of Smart Doco, and so what we feel is with our investment, resources, and management of IMS Group, I think we're confident that we should be able to take Smart Doco to a much greater height.
I think that's something very interesting, and I'm one of those people who love collecting rewards and getting rewarded for it. And I have so many questions for you regarding this, but before that, we'll go for a very, very short break. Keep watching Work Mania only on Yoho TV HD. Hello and welcome back, everyone. I'm your host Itchya Karki, and you're watching Work Mania only on Yoho TV HD. Agi bakrai break vanda agadi we are here with Mr. Ayush Shrestha ji. हामी Smart Doco ko barema and the e-commerce platform in Nepal ko barema gaf garदै thiyau हैन. And I do have more questions for you that I'm also very intrigued about. Now, talking about Smart Doco, it's e-commerce platform, and there's so many in the market as well. So now, since it is a part of IMS Group, what do you plan on doing differently in Smart Doco to reach it to a different height?
So, with our investment in Smart Doco, our primary objective will be to significantly enhance the customer experience of both our existing as well as our new customers. We are very much aware of both the positive and the negative, especially the negative feedbacks of our customers. So our immediate effort would be to address those queries, because we'd want to make or provide or give the best customer experience to our customer base, So, right now we are already working on revamping the entire Smart Doco website, the mobile interface, and the mobile application. By revamping, it is not only about the user interface or how the website or how the mobile application will look. Yes, we will make it more attractive, user-friendly, and simple. But we're also working on revamping the entire user experience. It's called UX, for Smart Doco. So, because our main objective would be to provide a pleasant browsing journey to our customers, And the next would be that, we're already looking to expand our team. So we're already hiring the best talents in Nepal. And we're also looking to move to a bigger space where we can have a bigger team. And what we're planning is also, right now, our delivery kits are Kathmandu, Aru, Baira, major cities. But our main aim would be to reach everywhere, So that's one of our major objectives as well. So I think, with all this, I think we are confident that we should be able to reach a greater height.
and wish you all the best for that.
Thank you very much.
And now talking about Nepal, हाम्रो देशको कुरा गरौँ हैन, people still are very, very much fond, or they still prefer the traditional way of shopping still. So in a country like Nepal, how do you plan on really moving on with smart Doko, where people still go out and traditionally shop?
Okay, so like, don't you think that already the traditional way is changing now?
It is changing because obviously I think because of the COVID situation as well, I think the situation has changed a lot, but still there's a large number of people still prefer traditional way of shopping. So this is the scenario, how do you plan on integrating smart Doko into their daily life?
Okay, so see, I mean, did anyone think that, okay, 5 years back, did anyone think that, Nepalese would be buying basic products or in like such as groceries, rice, dal, medicines, sanitary pads, etc. online? 5 years back, the कसैले सोचेको थिएन. But now it's happening. Now it's happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So, also fine. Let me ask you another question. So, okay. So if you had an option, so okay. First of all, do you actually go for grocery shopping at your home and for your home? But okay. So if you had to go for your grocery shopping, so if given the price, given the possibility that the price is similar or lesser than what you'd get in the market, right? And you have the convenience to shop from wherever you are, your office or your room or your home, anywhere, and you have an option to avoid Kathmandu traffic. Kathmandu ko dhulo, it's monsoon now, so pani, and like you said regarding your pandemic, social distancing, which is which we have to be careful of, right? So would you still prefer the traditional way of shopping, or would you transition, or would you slowly get used to the online shopping?
I love the idea, the ease of having, just to be able to stay at home and just get everything that I want delivered to my doorstep.
Yeah, exactly, delivered to your doorstep, right? Yeah. So, once people realize the importance of online shopping, we're very confident that, it's going to change the entire buying behavior. Already, well, again, it's already happening, because during the lockdown, like I said, people were buying things online, buying basic groceries, and that are the most bought items in household. And man said, want to do this, all this, yeah, juta, yeah, all that. But dal, chamal, they have to buy on a regular basis. So if Nepalese are getting used to buying basic items online, so that's going to change the entire buying behavior of Nepalese. So I'm very sure that we are in a transition phase, but it is eventually there's going to be a major shift. Most of the youths, they are our future generation, right? So they are tech savvy, they have smartphones, they are smarter. So so they would actually be a catalyst to probably they'll probably talk to their parents, and in case of medicines, for example, So I was telling my mom a few days back that you can just order online. You don't have to visit any pharmacies and all that, So it's for your own convenience. And if price same छ अनि आफ्नै घरमा deliver भइरहेको छ भने why would you bother going to department stores or physical stores when it's not safe? See, it's on अहिले त के छ त यो लकडाउन त खोलेपछि फेरि के भइरहेछ the all your infection बढिरहेको छ हैन. So we have to be careful. Okay? Kathmanduma, when you drive around, it seems like everything is normal, but it's not normal. Right? Only hizo के अस्ति भर्खर न्यूजमा ट्राफिक पुलिसहरु सब कतिजना they were infected, right? So we have to be careful, so we have to maintain social distancing. We have to try our best to avoid crowds. So the best way is online shopping, This thing will take time. Your corona, your COVID, this pandemic. So what we feel is, so this is going to eventually, make people more habituated towards online shopping.
Now moving towards about, you are the marketing head of the entire IMS group, and there is like I said before, there companies or IMS group pitra. Like, what does your normal day look like? I personally am assuming that it's going to be super hectic. You're always busy, always constantly moving around. Is what I pictured true?
So it's been over 10 years that I've been heading marketing and communications department. So, I'll say that, not even a single day has been same. Every day is different, different challenges, different opportunities, different marketing tools and all that, But, to manage this scale of responsibilities, I think, in my opinion, at least for me, in my case, there are three major elements, that would make, that would put you in a position to handle huge scale of responsibilities. And that would be a right attitude, management skills, and a right team member. So when I say right attitude, in my case, I've been someone who's always worked with an employer attitude and not an employee attitude. I work in IMS Group like it's my own company. So when you work with that attitude, you're always highly motivated to give your best and work hard. So I think the first most important thing is to have a right attitude. Second is management skills. So again, in my case, one of my weaknesses is that I'm very restless when it comes to getting things done. I'm not someone who can procrastinate. So basically, I have to get my work done ASAP. So that weakness has become more of a strength to me because I'm able to figure out ways in getting my work done. Also, I'd like to believe that I'm an organized person because so I have all my calendars set properly, and I have my daily checklists. From the most important to the least important activities, so that I do not miss out on anything. Because everything is important. And the next would be team member, the right team member. Because I'm a strong believer in teamwork. No matter how good you are, you cannot win a game without a team. So I've been fortunate to have the right team, both within my department and around the company, who shares the same vision and the same passion. So I think these three elements, kind of facilitates you to handle any scale of responsibilities.
Thank you so much for your input. We do hope to see Smart Doko reach new heights. But before we move on to our next question, we'll go for a very, very short break. Keep watching Work Mania only on Yoho TV HD. Hello and welcome everyone. You're watching Work Mania only on Yoho TV HD. Agi Bakare break Wandaga, we were talking about how you were handling all these companies inside IMS Group. We're talking about Smart Doko. Tell me, what is it like to be the marketing head of IMS Group? I think it must be so hectic.
It's been over 6 years that I've been working for IMS Group as a head of marketing. And, I've had a tremendous opportunity, to get a tremendous exposure. And in my case, the exposure was not only limited to a particular industry. For example, when I joined IMS Group, my major 6 years back, my major responsibility was to handle marketing of Samsung smartphones. But 6 years down the line, so we've entered into automobile industry with Shangyang Motors. We've entered fintech industry with CellPay. We've entered e-commerce industry with Smart Doko. We're also the authorized distributors for several premium baby brands such as Dr. Brown's, Himalaya, Crane, BB Love, and Dream Baby. We're also authorized distributors for tech brands such as Energizer, DJI, and Linear Flux. And lately with IMS Airport Services, we're also engaged in constructing and managing the international airport hall, the arrival hall in the Trivandrum International Airport, and the business complex and the parking facility. So, I would say that it is challenging, but at the same time, it's rewarding, because I am what I am today because of all these exposures and experiences.
And that is so wonderful. So you're saying basically, jati garo bhaye pani, jati hectic, jati tension, when you love what you do, it
Absolutely.
is your passion.
Like I said, I've always worked with the employer attitude, like in this my company. So yes,
I'm talking about marketing kura garda pani garu haina. So being the marketing head of such a huge organization, can you give us one golden rule of marketing that would apply for all types of businesses?
Okay, so that's a tricky question. Okay, so I think when you make a marketing plan, it's very important to understand your target audience. You need to think like them, you need to feel like them, and if you don't have a clarity about your target audiences, do some research or conduct a mini survey. But it's very important to understand your target audience before making a marketing plan. At the same time, you have to be aware of your marketing budget. So basically, once you know your target audience and once you have a clarity on your marketing budget, I think then you can make a proper marketing plan, that'll be effective during execution. So I think that'll be my golden rule.
Knowing your audience?
And also being aware of your marketing budget.
That is very interesting, because I think that's something that a lot of companies, I personally believe that they don't really do a lot of research before starting a company. They do start a company and then they do the research. So do you think that as a company itself, we should first, company hire, market research, audience banai we need to start the marketing, or do you think that happens after the establishment of a company?
No. So my point was that, normally, when people make a marketing plan, they'll look at ATL, digital, BTL, they'll just plan, not really think about the audience, okay? For example, if I have to promote my baby brands, I would have to actually think of our audiences, of that particular TG. I don't think of the TG of, our Shanging Motors. So for example, Smart Doco, so lately we are running this, so today as we speak, it's Raksha Bandhan, right? So we're running a small promotion, in Smart Doco. So, the entire plan, the entire creative will be designed in such a way that we can relate to the audience.
So basically knowing who you're selling your products to is the key to a successful business. One of the keys.
Yes.
IMS Group is one of the largest and leading organizations in Nepal. What are your future strategies to keep the company on top post-lockdown?
So, this year 2020, we know how it's been, right? So I think the year 2020 will be more about sustaining or surviving than about competing or being on top. At a time when biggest of the biggest companies and brands, when they're closing down, I think we should feel fortunate that our company is still functioning and operating. This I think is the right time. This will be the right time to acknowledge your company, and from your end, do every bit to make sure the wheels keep moving forward.
Now, talking about marketing as a career, how do you like it? Well, what do you think? Career paths how your marketing? There's a lot of our viewers who are very excited to have you on the show. We're also very excited to have you on the show, and our viewers also wanted to know marketing career kids, or if there were viewers watching who also want to be in a position like you are today, what can they do for that?
So okay, it's been over 10 years. I've been heading the marketing department, and like I said earlier, that every day has been different. It's different opportunities, different challenges. Especially with digital marketing, there are different tools that comes up on a weekly basis that you have to be up to date with. And in my case, I've been someone who's very passionate in marketing, so which is why, I specialize in marketing both during my undergrad and during my master's, So, and in terms of career, I think it can be a great career, if you understand, if you're prepared, with what marketing has to offer you, I mean, for example, marketing is not a 10 to 6 work, you have to be ready to work anytime. It can be early in the morning, it can be at night, midnight, or whatever, and you have to be very creative. You have to be able to think out of the box. In fact, one of the best thing about marketing is that we have the freedom we have complete freedom to think out of the box. It's not like 1 + 1 = 2. It's not like that. So it's fun. It's fun, and for the viewers who'd want to get into marketing. Firstly, I think, one should be passionate about marketing. You should know what marketing is. Marketing is not sales, and if you specialize in marketing during your academics, that'll always be an added advantage. But मलाई चाहिँ के लाग्छ भने that see, academics is important. Yes, you learn the theories and all that. You know, मलाई पनि I specialize in marketing. I did my, I did study, all that's there. But you cannot learn, what you learn from your practical on-ground experience. That's uncomparable with the academics, So what I would want to suggest to all the youths, or for all the students who are, who want to get into marketing in the future, so not only marketing, in fact, for students who would want to get into corporate sector, what I would suggest is start working ASAP. Let's not wait to finish bachelor's. Let's not wait to finish master's and then start working. Bachelor's, you also work because you'll be gaining so much of experiences, and with every year there's more experience, and so your corporate profile becomes heavier. The weightage is heavier. So the more heavier a profile is, you're more sellable in the market, right? So I want to tell to all the students, please, start working ASAP. It can be internship, it can be a part-time job or a full-time job. But then it's all about management. This future because once you complete your education, you also have your CV is backed up by several years of experience, which is very, which will be an added advantage. And that's it. Yes, you have to be hardworking. Nothing is easy. Life is not easy. You've got to be willing to work hard. And then I think, you can have a successful marketing career in Nepal or anywhere else, is what I feel.
Thank you so much. That was very, very beautiful, and definitely this hardworking student circle. They were also you were just before we were talking about some openings here at Cell. Yes. So if you're interested, you can also apply here as well. And thank you so much, Ayush, for your time. I had such a wonderful experience, and it was an honor to interview you. I got marketing kolagi, which are beneficial for everybody.
It was a pleasure meeting you and whole your team as well.
Thank you so much. So that was the wonderful Ayush. I hope you enjoyed this episode. मैले पनि कति valuable कुराहरु learn गरे about marketing, about business. And if you're enjoying this episode, keep on watching Yoho TV HD. Just in case you forget to watch this episode, we're also there on YouTube. So do not forget to like, share, and subscribe.